Hey guys, it's another MC Slot diecast review here, and we've got the Bruno Senna Williams FW34, which was powered by Renault 2012 car. So, like I said in the previous video, if you've watched the Pastor Maldonado one, they had a very bad year the year before. Bruno Senna was not racing for the team at the time, I think he was racing for HRT, and they only scored 5 points, but this year they actually won a race, which was the Barcelona Grand Prix, and they were part of the record, which is now 7 different winners in 7 races, as well as I think from 5 different teams as well. So it was a very sort of good year for Williams. They managed to be part of that, and they boosted themselves higher up from the constructors, from being sort of last in the constructors, apart from the 3 new teams, which were HRT, Virgin, and Caterham, which was known as Lotus. So yeah, it was a good year for Williams. They didn't beat their main rivals, which are Force India and Sauber, but they were slowly making progress compared to what they were last year. So the product code for this Williams is not much different from Pastor Maldonado's. It's 41012019, whereas Pastor Maldonado's is 18. So it's very easy to find out. Unfortunately, there wasn't any model specifications on the Minichamps website, so I couldn't find out exactly how many times it's been sprayed, how many parts there are, how many decorations there are on the car. So if anyone can actually tell me, or if you find out, or if I find out, I'll put it in the comments somewhere. So I didn't really get into much detail as into looking at the detail of this car, but I've just noticed something. This is Bruno Senna's from the Chinese Grand Prix, and it looks like the Chinese Grand Prix because they've got a picture of it on the inside of the cockpit, which they do for pretty much every race. They change it, and the detailing is insane. Can you see just there, the little white bit right next to his hand on the steering wheel is a FIA scrutineering check. I can't get much closer, unfortunately, but the level of detail on these cars is immense. And also, those of you that are Senna fans and also Williams fans, you'll know that there is a Senna logo just on the front nose there. And I'll put the car down. So, Bruno Senna, I believe he only stayed at the team. No, he didn't. He was only at the team for this year, I believe, unfortunately. In 2013, he was replaced by Bottas. Pastor Maldonado was kept on. And I can't remember if he got a test drive or he was a tester for someone in 2013. But Bruno Senna was out-qualified 15 times to 5 compared to Pastor Maldonado, as well as Bruno Senna scored 31 points and finished behind his teammate, but only 1 place behind his teammate in 16th. So, in contrast, he didn't do too badly considering his teammate won the race. Had his teammate not won the race, he would have been 7 points less, which would have brought him a little bit closer. But if he finished second to Alonso, that was. But in the end, I mean, Bruno Senna scored a lot more times than Pastor Maldonado. I believe he's only scored 6 times in his entire career. So, that means that over 50% of Pastor Maldonado's points are his sole victory so far. So, Bruno Senna, unfortunately, he's missed out, but that's what happens at Williams. Good drivers tend to get dropped by them for ones that have money, or they just, they tend to drop drivers for all kinds of reasons. I mean, Pastor Maldonado replaced Nico Hülkenberg, for example. Nico Hülkenberg did very well. He got his maiden pole with Williams that year in 2010, but unfortunately he was dropped by them for Pastor Maldonado because he had a bit more money. And I think that was good for Hülkenberg because he got out of a team that had a terrible year the year after. So I think that would have destroyed his reputation a little bit had he been at the team. And he got the Force India test drive, and now he's at Force India. So it is it's a fantastically detailed car. I mean, some sponsorship that were bought by Pastor Maldonado was PDVSA. As you can tell, because it's now on the Lotus of 2014. And I believe Randstad, I don't know if they still sponsor Williams at the moment, but that was another sort of sponsorship I believe he brought with him. Could be wrong though. And there are a few things. I think the car's a lot nicer now. It's in the in the Martini colours as well, because it kind of shows the car, and it's a very classic colour scheme. And if there was ever going to be a team that got the Martini colour scheme, it would have been Williams, wouldn't it? So the detailing as well, I mean, you can really see, if you've got a couple of these, you can really see sort of the difference mainly between sort of how these are designed. And again, this was the year with the drop noses, which I forgot to mention in the previous video, but it was a very controversial thing. People really didn't like these drop noses, but I really think in comparison with their today's noses in the 2014 cars, where they've got like these tube fins on the end, these would be, you know, welcome with open arms. So I think these cars are slightly nicer looking than the current cars, but what are you going to do? I mean, hopefully they'll be gone next year, the strange noses. So yeah. And this Williams also comes in its own special box as well. Similar, exactly the same to Pastor Maldonado's, just that it says Bruno Senna along the bottom there. And you've got a little bit of like detailing as well. It says Metal 143 on the back there. And it is another Paul's model art, which pretty much most of the Minichamps Formula 1 cars are. I think most of the Minichamps are just Paul models art, because it was set up by Paul's model art as well. I am thinking about doing also a diecast Minichamps sort of history lesson as well. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you've got any questions about the year or the team or anything like that, don't feel free to ask me. And if you're a fan of diecast and you know a bit more, or if you've got a bit of knowledge behind it, don't feel obliged to leave me a couple of comments just to tell me what I can do better. If there's anything I keep missing that you think I should add into the videos as well, also let me know. You know, a bit of constructive criticism will help a lot. So, and as always, thanks very much for watching, and I appreciate the views and the subscriptions as well, and also likes and the comments. So thanks for watching, and don't be a stranger. Come back again soon. I hope to see more views on my videos as well.